for the 45th fight of Oscar De La Hoya's career and the 53rd fight of Manny Pacquiao's career. You see the 6-year age advantage for the Filipino fighter. But perhaps most critically, the 4-inch height advantage for De La Hoya. Only 1 inch in arm length for De La Hoya, measured from the armpit to the end of the fist. Yesterday's weigh-in, a little bit shocking. De La Hoya 2 pounds under the 147-pound limit at 145, his lowest weigh-in weight in 12 years. Pacquiao, coming up from his previous appearance at lightweight, weighed 142 at the weigh-in. And perhaps even more stunning, tonight on our unofficial HBO scale, Manny Pacquiao outweighs Oscar De La Hoya by 1.5 pounds, 148.5 to 147.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Golden Boy Promotions and Top Rank Incorporated are proud to present the main event of the evening, the Dream Match. 12 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Brought to you in association with HBO Pay-Per-View and MP Promotions, and sponsored by Cazadores, the one with the deer on it, Tecate, Cerveza con Character, DeWalt Tools, guaranteed tough, Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees, and full throttle. Go full throttle or go home. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Bill Brady, Executive Director Keith Kaiser. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout. Should it go the distance? Adelaide Bird, Stanley Christodoulou, and Dave Moretti. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action at the bell, Tony Weeks. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, may the best man win. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red and white, officially weighing 142 pounds, professional record 52 fights, 47 victories including 35 knockouts with 3 defeats and 2 even. Ladies and gentlemen, the former flyweight world champion, former junior featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion and current lightweight champion of the world from General Santos City, the fighting pride of the Philippines and #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Manny Pacman Pacquiao. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing burgundy and gray, official weight 145 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold, his professional record stands at 44 fights, 39 victories including 30 knockouts with 5 defeats and 10 world titles. Ladies and gentlemen, the former junior lightweight, former lightweight, former super lightweight, former 2-time welterweight, former 2-time junior middleweight, and former middleweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy from East LA, Oscar De La
Okay, Oscar, Manny, you both received your instructions in your dressing room. Okay, look, if it goes right here, it's okay. Anything below that's low. Right here is okay, anything below that's low. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. Let's go.
They call this a dream fight, a good dream, a bad dream, an exciting dream. Let's find out.
The Filipino crowd chanting for Pacquiao as he moved toward the center of the ring even before the opening bell. Which styles will emerge in the early rounds? Is Dela Hoya here to box or to fight? Is Pacquiao here to try to create an immediate storm or to tactically bide his time and hope to pressure Dela Hoya in the late rounds? Good straight left hand up the middle for Manny Pacquiao.
Let him go, Manny.
The height differential did not show up so graphically at the weigh-in yesterday, where Dela Hoya was barefoot and Pacquiao had tennis shoes on. Today, they do look 4 inches apart in height.
You can see the height difference here. But Oscar seems to be very intent and very angry. I was just see the expression and looking in his eyes. I've known him. But he's fighting a very intelligent fight.
He takes a straight left hand and a right hook from Pacquiao and seems intent on retaliating. But already Pacquiao shows you that he wants to move in, move out quickly. Move in, land a flurry, move back out of Dela Hoya's range. And the quickness of Pacquiao is a factor in round 1.
Those 2 punches have reddened Oscar's face already.
They seem to have been the only clear punches that have landed thus far. And it's interesting that Manny is using his footwork. He's using his moving around better than Oscar.
And Oscar is not firing his jab, perhaps because of the early bobbing head movement of Manny Pacquiao. Dela Hoya knows he wants to keep his jab going throughout the fight. He hasn't really gotten it going so far.
This has the makings of being a very interesting fight, and I think as it goes on, sooner or later you're going to get some very good exchanges. But right now, Manny is fighting a very smart fight.
Well, if there are 2 graphic impressions from round 1, they're simple. Dela Hoya is so much taller, Pacquiao so much faster. And now Dela Hoya nails Pacquiao momentarily against the ropes and catches him with a left hook to the body.
Oscar needs to do just what he's doing now and use it more, the left jab.
But he can't find Pacquiao at the moment. Pacquiao's movement confusing him at the moment.
But we're getting busy watching the jab. But right now, Manny is hitting him with his punches out.
That momentarily shocked Oscar.
I think the speed has been bothersome for Oscar throughout the round, who simply can't believe how easily Pacquiao snakes his left hand right through the middle of Dela Hoya's guard. Dela Hoya lands a left hook.
But
Pacquiao gets away.
He punched, but nothing landed too much for the most part. Right here, you see what surprised me and has been probably the most effective punch. The little left-hand lead of Manny's is he shooting right between the gloves of Oscar and dipping and getting away after he lands the punch.
Pacquiao's learning curve has accelerated through the middle portion of his career. There was a moment when he was, even though dangerous and destructive, largely a one-note tune. Jab, jab, straight left hand. His ability to fashion the lead left hand, starting his offense with it, as he's doing there, shows how much he's progressed as a tactician.
One thing that you think is very obvious, Oscar De La Hoya has very little head movement, where Manny Pacquiao is using his upper body movement with his hands, his feet, his gloves, where Oscar's too stationary at this stage here. Manny is a much more elusive target.
You know, Oscar used to dominate smaller guys when he was a young fighter. He was always put in with guys a weight division or 2 less than him. He isn't doing it yet.
And he hasn't really adjusted to the straight left-hand lead of Manny Pacquiao. He seems to be expecting Pacquiao to start with the right jab, and Pacquiao continues to confound him by coming straight up the middle with the left-hand lead. He has reddened Dela Hoya's nose from top to bottom with that punch. You heard Freddie Roach telling Manny Pacquiao between rounds, as soon as you feel your back touch the ropes, move to the side and get away. He expects it's a different fight if they're in the center of the ring, where Pacquiao's speed dominates, as opposed to along the ropes, where Dela Hoya's strength could become a factor.
There is a little welt on the side of Oscar's left eye, where he has caught a couple of right hands.
Manny's upper body movement and defense is very, very effective, let's just say. Oscar cannot time his head movement the way he's moving and bobbing and weaving and dancing in and out.
Indeed, Dela Hoya is reduced to mostly trying to go at the body because he hasn't been able to find Pacquiao's head.
But he has no head movement at all. His head is stationary.
Good body shot. Doubled over Oscar, it seemed. And as you said, he is bending his head so that there is almost no height difference between them.
Pacquiao lands a brilliant uppercut up the middle. And if round one was mostly Manny Pacquiao, round two is even more so. Dela Hoya has not been able to solve Pacquiao's speed, movement, the southpaw style.
If you look, to get into fine details, not only the head movement is not there with Oscar. He's fighting coming in most of the time leading on his heels, whereas Manny is operating on the ball of his feet.
And somehow, so far, he is neutralizing Oscar's left hand, one of the best weapons in the sport for over a decade.
The speed and variety of Manny Pacquiao on offense, the head movement defensively, the straight left hand up the middle. He has carved out an edge in the first couple rounds against the longer, taller Oscar Dela Hoya. CompuBox numbers through the second round show Manny Pacquiao landing more than half of his power shots. This is a big problem for Oscar Dela Hoya, who has landed only 6 of 56 attempted jabs, according to CompuBox. Dela Hoya hasn't really gotten his offense going, and he hasn't solved Pacquiao's game yet.
Even though Manny is slightly winning, I think as the fight goes on, I see him becoming even better. I can't really visualize Oscar doing much better than this. He looks a little slower, doesn't look as strong, body looks a little weak. And as I said, his upper body movement is not going on.
You're telling me we're going to see a shutout, Emmanuel?
I think Manny's going to get stronger as the fight goes on, even though he's winning now. Oscar has no defense for those punches. He's just stationary.
Why did so many ringside experts think that the fight wasn't even a credible idea?
Because the first guy, we thought he was going to be a bigger guy, and as it turned out, he's just a taller guy. The difference is I thought he would have came in about 160 pounds, as most people. For him, they almost picked up any weight, being he's just taller, but nowhere near where we say stronger, or as big as he should be.
Boxing annoys and irritates Oscar, he says, and he is very annoyed and irritated at the moment. He is not getting off at all. He hasn't thrown a punch in 20 or 30 seconds, and that was a reach-in right hand. But sooner or later, he's going to land something. You have to believe that.
He just landed a good left hook to the body there, and Pacquiao, following Freddie Roach's instructions, moved off the ropes as soon as he felt his back against him. There is a big swelling outside the left eye of Oscar Dela Hoya, the product of Manny Pacquiao's right hooks. There's a redness in the middle of Dela Hoya's face, the product of Pacquiao's straight left hand. Now Dela Hoya seems to relax just a little and begins to find the target with his jab. You might describe the first couple of rounds as shock and awe. Pacquiao's speed taking Dela Hoya to the cleaners. Now Oscar seems just a little more comfortable, though Pacquiao is still more offensive, more the aggressor in the fight, moving in and out effectively.
But Oscar's, I think, to me, more aggressive. But the punch with the snap and the speed is coming from Pacquiao. I don't see the punch, the snap in Oscar's punches as much as Manny is. There's a lot of difference in the steam.
And that's because he's uncertain where Manny's going to be.
Good point. Good point. You can tell that.
Is it also because it's a physically more challenging process to move down in weight, particularly when you're 35 years old, than to move up in weight when you're 29?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And right now, and Oscar, I know he's into this kangaroo meat or whatever he's doing and things, but to me, he just doesn't look that strong when he does things.
Wild punches. Oscar is not landing his big shots.
First southpaw Oscar Dela Hoya has fought since September of 1997 when he fought Hector Camacho Sr. Pacquiao has dominated Dela Hoya in the first 2 rounds with his straight left-hand lead up the middle. Early in his career, Pacquiao always set this punch up with jabs. Dela Hoya seems shocked and not ready for the left-hand lead of Manny Pacquiao. Harold, how'd he score through 3?
Look at him, 3-0, 30-27, Manny Pacquiao. Jim, what he's doing is he's turning the guy. Look, right jab, left hand, and then he moves to the side. He's got Oscar turning. If Oscar can't get set, he can't get his punches off. And Manny's turning him. Oscar looks like a guy going out, doing a 360. 3-0, Manny Pacquiao based on not only clean punching, ring generalship when he turns the guy.
And when Harold was speaking, Oscar landed a good straight right hand, but then Pacquiao came back seconds later with a flurry of left hands.
The biggest and most effective punch in the entire fight has been the straight left of Manny Pacquiao between the gloves of Oscar.
Let's see if Dela Hoya can develop some confidence in his jab over the course of these next few rounds so that he can bring coherency to his own offense.
Oscar needs to work his jab. Whether it lands or not, it'll at least get Manny preoccupied. Manny can land the big right hand, but he's not jabbing enough. And
Well,
he needs to
let's face
feint. He needs to feint it sometimes and then jab in order to make Manny move and then jab him after he moves.
The right hand has never been a super destructive punch for Dela Hoya. I asked Freddie Roach yesterday in our meeting, I said, have you ever seen Oscar Dela Hoya really hurt somebody with the right hand? And he smiled knowingly and said, nope. And that's a factor in the fight. The straight right hand is often the #1 weapon of choice for a conventional fighter against a southpaw. For the same reason that Pacquiao is landing his straight left hand. The avenue of approach is open. It's still Pacquiao's quickness dominating the slower Dela Hoya.
And if Oscar's not going to move his head, at least he keep his right hand to the center of his face, and he keeps it up right into the side, leaving a perfect hole for Manny to go right through, and that's what he's doing. And that's what Oscar needs to do, is keep working that jab. Manny could not time him so much, and even if he doesn't land his eyes, keep pumping him. But he doesn't jab enough.
Good body shots there by Pacquiao. And if there was doubt coming in as to whether Pacquiao could affect Dela Hoya with his punching power, there shouldn't be any doubt anymore.
And you watch when Manny lands his left, he then moves off often to his own right. So he stays out of the line of fire. He hits it and moves away as soon as he lands it.
This is getting embarrassing.
It's an event when Dela Hoya dodges a left hand. Virtually all of them seem to be landing for Pacquiao.
Oscar looks old and he cannot control the situation. The worst thing in the world is to come back and complain, I can't handle the speed. And that's exactly what David Diaz said, but David Diaz wasn't the fighter of Oscar, but he could not handle the speed.
Oscar said he needed this fight to convince himself whether he could keep fighting. He's got 8 more rounds to find out whether he is still a prize fighter.
Many experts wondered why Pacquiao took the fight. Power punches in round 4 according to CompuBox. Pacquiao, 32 out of 47, 68% connect percentage. Oscar Dela Hoya, 8 out of 20. And now you begin to wonder, somewhere in the fight, does Dela Hoya have the proverbial puncher's chance?
Well, or does he have to just rush Manny, knock him off his game, hug him, beat him up, and the body try something new?
If Oscar would just work his jab, keep his right hand in the front of his face, and when Manny comes in, take a half a step back and then punch, he would be effective, but I don't think he's going to do that.
Dela Hoya looked a lot better in May of 2007 against Floyd Mayweather, who was far and away the preeminent fighter in the world at that time, and since then has retired unbeaten. Low blow by Pacquiao after he strafed Dela Hoya with the right hand upstairs.
What is the feeling of a fighter when he's in there with somebody who's always beating him to the punch?
This is a terrible feeling. The worst thing it is, as I say, to not handle the speed. And he doesn't block those right hands at all. He has his right hand permanently stuck to the side of his face, and Manny just punches us like a wide open invitation.
Anything,
There's no
Emmanuel.
defense.
He's getting hit with virtually every shot that Pacquiao throws.
And Manny's going to get better as the fight goes, as I said.
Well, and Manny is still going in and out. He's not getting careless and carried away with the fact that he's doing this.
No, it's a brilliant fight plan for Pacquiao. Far more of an intelligent and tactical fight plan than I personally had expected. And perhaps more so than Dela Hoya expected as well. And Oscar just can't get off. Pacquiao's speed is a riddle he has not been able to solve.
I think you summed it all up in that phrase, Jim.
Well, Oscar used to be the speed that killed.
You know, when a lot of the experts...
Good body shot by Oscar.
Biggest punch of the fight for Dela Hoya, and he suddenly gets it going with 3 left hooks.
When a lot of experts picked Oscar to win because of being big, they figured right now he would be about 13 pounds bigger than he is.
And they also figured he'd be about 4 rounds ahead.
Yes.
Oscar has a hill, if not a mountain, to climb to get back into this fight.
Well, if judges are looking for a round to give to Dela Hoya, this might be the one, although now Pacquiao rallies down the stretch.
And after each round, Oscar gives a nod of approval to Pacquiao. Size difference in boxing is significant. Manny Pacquiao is showing it's not insurmountable.
CompuBox
so
numbers
far.
in the 5th round. Pacman, Manny Pacquiao, known as Pacman, threw 86 punches. Dela Hoya threw 65. Pacquiao had a 27-8 edge in power connects. So it probably would have been a reach for any judge to give the round to Dela Hoya. But you heard how enthusiastically Nacho Beristain, his trainer, told him, mucho mejor, much better, when he came back to the corner. A lull of quiet now gripping the crowd as if they are waiting to see what might happen next. Dela Hoya fans have found little to get excited about in the first 5 rounds.
Dela Hoya has decided now to be a counterpuncher. He's going to try to make Manny lead him and look for an opening.
And prevent Pacquiao from countering him as effectively as he has so far.
Even a lot of those punches that Manny has landed, which is on the cup, if you notice, he's never been worn because Oscar has his cup extremely high. So they're really on the belt line. They're not on really low punches.
They trade body shots. Pacquiao giving at least as good as he gets. When Nacho Beristain asks between rounds for 45s, he's not asking that Dela Hoya look 45 years old, but rather that he throws his combination left hook, left uppercut, a punch that's thrown at an upward angle trajectory. That's why they call it a 45. He hasn't been able to land it much tonight. Straight left hand right up the pipe for Pacquiao.
And Pacquiao throws that left hand in 2 different ways. He throws a short, quick one, almost like a jab, and then he throws the power punch right down the middle.
That's still been the most devastating single punch in the entire fight. Neither fighter been able to establish any other dominant punch at all, but he just throws that little left cross straight out anytime he wants it. It's almost guaranteed it's going to land about 90% of the time.
And as a graphic visual mark of what's happening in the fight, Manny Pacquiao looks largely untouched as we come toward the end of the 6th, and he is gradually reconfiguring Dela Hoya's beautiful face.
Yeah, the left eye looks like it's going to have a problem as the rounds go on.
Well, a lot of critics pointed out that Dela Hoya looked scuffed up after fighting Steve Forbes in May. Fighting Manny Pacquiao is something entirely different from fighting Steve Forbes.
Wow.
Well, we're halfway through the fight, and some observers are still amazed at what they're seeing, although each round has gone by with repetitious regularity. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Look, 6 rounds to nothing, 60-54, Manny Pacquiao. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya hasn't gotten off the schneid. He's getting shut out. And Freddie Roach used the key word at the end of round number 5 when he said, just keep turning him. Because that's what he's doing. Just like I said before. Beautiful right jab, nice straight left hand by Pacquiao, and then he turns him. He moves to the side, and De La Hoya can't get set to hit him. 6-0, Pacquiao.
We're starting to get to that point in the fight already where you're thinking Oscar has to at least knock him down, if not knock him out, to change this fight.
And Oscar hasn't shown that knockout power in a long time. I disregard to some degree the Mayorga fight because I was not that respectful level of Mayorga, but he hasn't knocked out many of the top elite fighters in a long time.
Yeah, Ricardo Mayorga's no elite fighter in my view. No. He's the most willing target in the sport.
Yes.
Yeah, but still you would think against the so-called smaller man, we'd see something more.
Well, I think Jim summed it up. There's just too much of everything. He just cannot figure out how to get into the fight, how to hold him off, how to get to him. It's too much of everything tonight.
Oscar is maybe trying to lay a trap, but Manny is too smart and too fast for him.
This fight's going to probably end up being stopped.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. And in the 7th round, De La Hoya has 0 answers for the Pacquiao assault.
No, he cannot do anything.
Pacquiao is making De La Hoya look old, slow, ineffectual, as though he is a sparring partner.
Some of us wonder
this fight's over with.
Whether Manny Pacquiao would become the Henry Armstrong of this era. Right now, he's looking like the immortal Armstrong.
And Oscar is barely throwing back. You wonder if Tony Weeks is thinking of stopping the fight.
Yes. He's looking entirely at Oscar.
De La Hoya hasn't been down, but that may be the only thing that's keeping Weeks from stopping it. Oscar's left eye is almost closed.
He hasn't thrown a meaningful punch in Miller this whole round.
Pacquiao is closing in on landing 50 power shots in the round. It's the most power punches ever landed on De La Hoya in a single round of his career. And virtually all of his fights have been counted by CompuBox. An embarrassing 7th round comes to a close. Embarrassing for De La Hoya.
Right here you see Pacquiao landing punch after punch, and it's not so much just the way he's landing them. The body language and position of De La Hoya's body is that of a man that's defeated. It's passive. He looks like he's humbled himself. He doesn't know what to do.
He's cringing.
Yes,
he is cringing in the face of Pacquiao's unstoppable onslaught. CompuBox numbers in the 7th round. De La Hoya 7 of 24, and he threw 10 of those punches in the last 30 seconds of the round. Pacquiao 47 of 103, including 45 of 76 power shots. David Diaz was closer to being in the fight against Pacquiao than Oscar De La Hoya is at this moment.
Harold and I both scored the last round a 10-8 round for Pacquiao.
Well, and you heard the commission doctor indicating in De La Hoya's corner that he will not be allowed to continue that kind of sustained taking punishment without the fight being stopped.
The old warrior still trying to hang in there against a man in his prime who is the most exciting little fighter in the world.
Little?
Big,
he looks
little
big
fighter.
Tonight. Pacquiao is fighting tonight in the welterweight division. The champion of this division is the almost supernaturally big welterweight, Antonio Margarito. All right, Larry, you envisioned this one. Could you see Pacquiao against Margarito?
No, and he himself says he's going back to 140 after this fight. This could be the end of the fight here.
Yeah, Oscar has no defense at all. His body language is that he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do at all.
Well, all good things come to an end. Watching this, you wonder if you'll ever see Oscar De La Hoya near the top of the sport again. It could be that the long and glorious run of the Golden Boy is seeing the curtain drawn here tonight.
Death by 1,000 left hands.
And if in fact the Golden Boy is being dethroned, it's happening at the hands of the fighter who may have the best chance of picking up his identity as the economic bell cow of the sport. Because Pacquiao's following is growing, not just in the Pacific Rim, but in the United States and Latin America as well. Has a tough decision in front of him. There's a lot of glory and a lot of money in Oscar De La Hoya's past, but he's getting beaten up here.
This could be the end of the fight.
Hey, you have a headache?
He doesn't feel anything.
Oscar, you have a headache? Are you busy? You have a headache?
Okay, listen. No. Listen. If you keep taking punches, I'm stopping the fight. Okay?
We're gonna stop it. Better we stop it. It's our decision, Oscar. It's a decision that we have to take. There's no reason to continue with this. He's too fast. Are you okay? Are you with that? You agree? Yes. One more round, or is that it? Is that it?
Right now, you're here. The corner is wanting to stop the fight.
Is that it? Yeah? That's it? Let's finish it. That's it. Let's go.
Fight is over.
Manny Pacquiao has
did not
beaten
show
Oscar
that.
De La Hoya.
And it was the right thing to do.
This is the last thing of all the choices we expected to see in this fight, which was a one-sided fight for Manny Pacquiao.
And here's Michael Buffer with the particulars on the knockout victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, we turn a page in boxing history as this fight comes to an end. The official time at the end of round 8, referee Tony Weeks calls a halt to the bout. The winner by TKO victory, and still the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, the fighting pride of the Philippines, Manny Pacman Pacquiao.